Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Flying somewhere completely different today, but somewhere that's very familiar to me. We're actually almost there, flying over Singapore soon. I'll take you guys on a city tour. I bought some sceneries over the weekend. I wanted to show you the beautiful works from Cloudsurf Asia Simulations, Changi International Airport here in Singapore, as well as the Singapore City Center, the city skyline or the downtown area. So I found a job in Skypark that takes us from Indonesia to Malaysia, but in the middle, takes us in between, takes us somewhere in Singapore here. So we'll reroute a bit, we'll tour around Singapore, and then we'll make our way finally to Malaysia to deliver the surge protectors that we're carrying right now. So we're almost there, I think. So let's go and step into the cockpit here. There it is already. Right in front of us is the Singapore Changi International Airport. Alright, I think from here it would make sense if we descend to 1,000 feet. Let's arm that so that the plane descends 500 feet per minute. We can actually, if I can click it, make that a lot more sharp. Something like so. 15 feet per minute. Alright. 1600, and then pull that back in. There you go. And you can see already in front of you Changi Airport in its entirety. We'll have a look in more detail as we get lower here, but I was so happy when I flew over here yesterday. Things looked so real, and it's been a while since I've been here in real life because of the lockdowns and everything, so I haven't had a chance to travel, haven't had a reason to go to the airport. Let's go to heading mode here so I can easily adjust our angle, our approach. So I'm actually not sure anymore which one is part of the default scenery and which one is part of the packs that I bought. So I bought two things from Cloudsurf Asia Simulations. One is Changi Airport, which is what we're seeing now. And next is the Singapore downtown, or Singapore City, I think is what it's called. I bought the airport from Orbix Direct, and I bought the Singapore City in the in-sim marketplace. But both of them are amazingly beautiful, and especially because I live here, I'm more familiar with the areas, so it's really nice to see the areas that you recognize. Very fulfilling in a way. It's as good as we can get when it comes to traveling during these times. Alright. Deploy the flaps here so we can at least slow down and take things on a better angle. Go outside. Ooh, that's loud. Sorry about that. So Singapore has 3 runways, but this one, the runway that we're seeing in front of us, is actually a military runway, so it's only used by the military. Let's listen to the audio a bit here. It's a bit too loud. There you go. So this one is something that only the Air Force uses. That one is, I think it's 02 right or 02 center and 20 center. Let's have a look. Speeds are okay, speeds are stable. To fly over the center of the airport, look at how much detail was put in here. So many different gates, and the accuracy, based on what I remember as well, It's so good. Even the brand names and the HSBC jetways and everything. So let me take you on a tour. Oh, there's actually someone right beside us. Multiplayer plane. Have a look. Rapids Room 69. Nice. Nice to have company. So there it is, guys. Welcome to Changi International Airport. One of my favorite parts of this airport is this part here. This is like an overpass. So the plane, this is actually a taxiway. Both of these are taxiways. So planes go through here to cross from one runway to the other. And underneath is an actual highway. And I've been through that highway when I was going to the airport. We've been through that. So it's very nice to see it implemented. Because in the default plane, or in the default airport, that actually wasn't very good. It was very bumpy. It was not realistic looking at all. But the best thing that I like about this paid airport is the representation of the Jewel Changi Airport right here, or the Jewel Changi Mall. I think it even has the monorail there. You can see. Oh, one sec. Oh, you missed it. But those are monorail lines. And that's a mall inside. There's the monorail. So good. And there's like a waterfall in between. It's a very famous landmark now. Very recently finished. We have an escort. So nice. We have Qatar Airways landing as well. I have live traffic enabled too. Look at that guy. It's nice to have some company in here. Pretty cool looking. So this airport has 4 terminals now, I believe, if I remember correctly. But to be honest, I can't recall which is which. They're all right next to each other. Qatar Airways right there. I think he landed. He's staying awfully long in the runway though. He must be taking his time getting acquainted with the scenery. Yeah, one second. Let's go properly here. Heading mode. Thank you. Yeah, he's taxiing very slow. There's the airport. And I remember my first ever flight as, well, I think everyone does it. First time you load in Flight Simulator, the first thing you'll do is load into your area and try to find your house, right? And then go to the nearest airport and see how it looks. When I went here before, it didn't look very nice because the generic airport, the airport that comes with the sim by default, is not very scenic. It's very generic looking, and you don't have any of these fancy looking gates. Oh, I wish we could do more, but don't worry. As we use Skypark, I'll try to find more flights going out of Singapore, so we're actually going to see it in more detail close up. You know what, let me tour around a bit. Let's maybe do one more pass and then we can do a touch and go, and then we can proceed with to the Singapore skyline, to downtown area. Man, that is beautiful right there. All those trees and highways modeled properly. Very nicely done. I like that. So that is 02 center, and that one is 20 center. I think I actually want to land somewhere on the other side. That would be a nice one. But man, from what I remember at least, this looks so familiar. I haven't been to the airport in a few months. Let me hand fly from here, because the autopilot is weirding me out a bit. That's much better. Okay. Let's hand fly this thing. Mixture full. RPM are full as well. Let's try to land on that other runway. It's 02 left, 20 right. So I'll be landing 20 right. That's still the guy. Our friend there escorting us. Doing lots of aerobatics all over the place. The Qatar Airways flight finally turned off the runway, so we should be able to land properly here. I do have flaps, 1 notch at least. Let's line up on the runway here. 20 is the heading. 200 rather. So we are on downwind leg. Look at that one. It's even the engineering company, I think even the nearby buildings they also modeled in. Very nice. Cool. Okay. Gears coming down. Flaps extending all the way for landing. Do a touch and go. The runway is pretty long. I can't remember how long it is. Probably 12 to 13,000 feet. Something around that point, but it's as long as most large airports go. Right, turning base. Should start descending now. Make sure that we have all the lights. There we are. Is our friend also going to land? Looks like it. He's on final right there, 400 feet. Continuing his descent. Don't think he'll be pushing through though. I think he's going around. Yeah, he's climbing again. He's just enjoying the scenery. Yeah, this is good. It's nice to have that feeling. I can relate to it now. That feeling of loading in the sim and actually noticing some real life areas that you're familiar with. Being able to map them 1:1. That is beautiful. We've taken off from this particular runway a couple of times. Very nicely done. Here it is. It's actually very fast here. I'm just going to go to idle and just coast along. How are the winds? I actually didn't have a look at the winds. I actually have a tailwind, but that's okay. Right, just do a gentle landing right here. Low, let it land on its own. There we go. Beautiful. Flaps for takeoff. Full throttle. Oh, just like that, we are airborne again. Getting a bit more framey in here though. Positive rate. Gear up. Let's climb to 1,000 feet here. Continue on our merry way. Yeah, it's getting a bit more framey. And my 3080 is getting challenged. I see the VRAM usage is climbing up to almost 10 gig. So it's using up most of the VRAM that I have. Silk Air 148 there, pushing back. That's the overpass that I was mentioning. Oh, that's so good. I like this. 2300 in here. Alright, there it is. You see the skyline in front of us. And we will be able to see a lot of landmarks along the way. Is that guy landing? I think he's an active boss or something. Doesn't seem like he's moving. It does seem like he's on final. Let's have a look outside 1 second. Yeah, he's on final. 0-2 left. Nice. Okay. Let's settle down at 1,000 feet per minute. And then you can see all the points of interest, all the custom buildings that were added with this landscape. What speed are we at? Oh, that's fine. Set it down at 1,000 feet. Just trimming. There we go. Look at all those points of interest, guys. Has anyone ever been here to Singapore? If you have, then you'll probably recognize a lot of these buildings. Okay. It's getting a bit windy. Winds are a bit turbulent. Alright, there we go. Just pass through along here. Man, this looks so familiar. Oh, there's the stadium. There's the National Stadium. Let's go and fly over it. Hawaii Tower. I'm actually not familiar with that. It'd be best if I slow down more. Seafront on Mayor. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this area. But yeah, they actually modeled in even some of the condominiums. Very nice. There it is, the National Stadium. You can actually see from the inside when you get on the right angle. That's the indoor stadium right next to it. There should be like an MRT station there. Stadium is the name, interestingly enough. That's National Stadium. You can see from the inside. From up here. Costa Ru Condominium. Yeah, different condos being modeled in. Here's the different buildings that we can see. Oh, and that one is a very familiar scene to me. This bridge that connects to the city. And you have all these buildings. Oh, let's deploy our flaps here and enjoy the view a bit. That's MBS, guys, Marina Bay Sands. Gardens by the Bay. You can see all of these in TripAdvisor even. And that's the city center. So all these are custom buildings that have been handcrafted. Very familiar brands. If you're from around these parts. DBS. One of the biggest banks here. It's even a Sentosa if I remember. And yes, Singapore has a huge industry when it comes to containers and shipping. I love how the buildings look so real and accurate. Comparing with the default scenery, that is so different. And the performance is not bad. Actually didn't recognize any performance degradation. Still hand flying here. Do have my flaps one notch down, just so we'll fly slower. Because with this Mooney, it's a bit too fast sometimes. Actually didn't mention what we were flying, huh? Yeah, this is the Carenado Mooney M20R. And all of these mods, all of these plugins that I'm using, both free and paid, they are all in the mods list, guys. Mods list link is in the video description. There it is. Let's have a look from outside. Beautiful. FWD, insurance company. I hope I don't snag that building. There you go. Is so cool. If you're from around these parts, let me know. If you recognize many of the buildings. National Gallery. Yeah, we've been walking around this area a couple of weeks ago. St. Andrew's Cathedral, the War Memorial Park right there. Raffles City. Oh, cool. Oh my goodness, this is so nice. Up. Singapore Flyer, equivalent to the London Eye. And right there, right beneath that Singapore Flyer is a 737 simulator, which Mrs. Clumsy gifted me. So I got the experience of flying in a 737 simulator. Just right there. I think second floor in that area. Very nice. Right, Gardens by the Bay. That's the one. It's probably one of the must-go-to places if you ever visit here. That's Marina Bay Sands, guys. MBS. The one with like the boat at the top. It's like a huge pool at the top there, and you have to have like... I'm not sure if you can pay to enter or if you have to be booked to enter. They probably have changed the rules by now, especially with all the social distancing measures. Beautiful. Art Science Museum. One thing that they haven't modeled in yet, there is a new Apple Dome here in this area. I'm not sure exactly which part, but yeah, around this area there is a new like Apple Dome, like a sphere sitting on top of water, and it's an Apple store, a fancy Apple store. I think that one they haven't modeled in yet. OCBC Bank. Oh yeah, that really is familiar. Singtel, one of the biggest telcos here. Very nice. It's so nice, guys. Love it. And if you're a tourist, then definitely you will be going to this area. Where is it? In front of us, I think. If you keep at it. Whoa. Getting a little bit of updraft there. Let's see if it comes up. Man, it's nice to hand fly in this area. Not the most stable, but very exciting stuff. And I remember the first time I made an FS 2020 video ever, it was to go around Singapore like this. And it looks leaps and bounds better now because I got an upgrade in the meantime and I got these sceneries in the meantime. So win-win for everyone, I hope. Singapore Cable Car, yes, that's the one, Vivo City. So that's a mall and it has connections to Sentosa right there. And you have like you can even ride a cable car. You see the cable cars right there on the way to Sentosa Island, where you have Universal Studios Singapore. Right, is it this one? 1 second, let's have a look at it. Should see some large roller coasters, Battlestar Galactica like things. That's the Merlion inside the Sentosa Island. Oh, this is so cool. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Battlestar Galactica, I believe that is. Choose whether you ride as human or... what is that? Cylon? Ceylon? Or is that T? I forgot. It's been a while since I watched it. You even have like a castle there and whatnot. But yeah, and there's like the lake in between Universal Studios. Super nicely done. Amazing stuff. Oh wow, okay, I'm happy. Lots of details in this scenery. And yeah, my VRAM is being used up pretty much fully. And my GPU is working 92-96%. So yeah, it's getting maxed out in this area. So it can be a bit heavy on frames, but with the visuals you get, more than worth it in my opinion. Good. Alright, so from there we should be able to go direct to the airport. Direct to... No. So how we do this is go to flight plan, go to that airport, Whiskey Mike Sierra Kilo, direct. I think I did that wrong. One more time. So it's hard to click when you are flying at the same time. Maybe I should have gone to autopilot first. Oh. Direct, enter is what should be done. Enter. Come on, there you go. Alright, so that says 10 minutes. Okie dokes. Go to nav mode, turn on autopilot, and then capture that altitude right there. Okay. Actually forgot the lights turning off. Nice. So hope you guys enjoyed that city tour. Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. If you turn off the stuff, and yes, that turning on and off of the POIs, that's from a mod. Oh my goodness, that looks so beautiful. Let me take a screenshot first. Nice. Welcome to Singapore, everybody. So yeah, that turning on and off of the POIs, of the nameplates and everything, I do that by just pressing backspace, and that's thanks to a mod. Oh, and I can actually lift my flaps up again and maybe speed up here so I can get there faster. There you go. So it's called the UI mod. Is that our same friend? Yeah, that's our friend. Traveling with us along the way. He's kind of teleporting all around the place though. Very cool. Nice. But yeah, I highly recommend it. UI mod. It's in the mods list as always. And yeah, it gives you the capability of seeing all these points of interest so you can recognize them. And then when you really want to just admire the sights or take a photo, you can just press backspace and all those overlays will be gone. That's something, in my opinion, that should be included in the default sim, but right now in the default settings, you have to press escape, go to general, turn on and off the corresponding settings, and it's a momentum breaker. Yeah, it's an immersion breaker. You're enjoying the scenery and you have to pause the sim and do all that tweaking. Here you just press backspace and it's updated for the latest version, so that works very well. And this just looks so good. I actually flew over my house, I think, at least in the same area. Look at that view. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I think this part is already the default area. I don't think the scenery I bought changes this area anymore. So even with default scenery, it still looks amazing. You just won't have the custom buildings. So you won't be able to distinguish specifically unique looking buildings. But the general vibe, I mean, I don't think you can complain with this kind of visuals, right? How beautiful that is. All based on satellite imagery filled out with AI for the buildings and stuff. Amazing technology we have now. Right. The airport should be coming up straight ahead. Let me have a look. Runways are 01 and 19er. I think we'll use the 01, but we'll fly over it so that we get an idea of how it looks, and then we get an idea of how the winds are like. We'll fly over it and then join the downwind to runway 01. Left downwind to runway 01 probably. We'll see how it goes. But keep your eyes peeled, should be coming up soon. So if you see the highway, then we're past the airport already. Actually, I think we would be passing over Legoland, Malaysia. Oh, nice. I actually haven't gone there myself. But yeah, I heard Legoland, Malaysia is actually closer to Singapore than if you're in the capital, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. So when you're going to Legoland, it's more ideal to stay in Singapore and just cross over. So Legoland should be right on that spot. 1 second, let me try and map it. Let's go outside. Although I doubt it will be properly modeled, but I guess it's somewhere here in this area. Probably that one. If I base it on my map, so I'm using little nav map here. So that's us. That's the airport. And that's Legoland Malaysia. To our right. Yes, the link to Little Nav Map, that application that I just used, is also in the video description. The mods list, at least. That's the one, I think. But yeah, it's probably going to be represented as normal buildings. It won't have the accurate custom buildings in there. But I'm guessing that's it. Looks like an amusement park. Nice. And the airport should be right in front of us. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Alright. Slow down here. Turn off autopilot. We're on our own. Let's join the left downwind here. 801. Let's not bank too hard. Slow it down. Actually can't see the airport. Should be on the downwind leg now though. 190 on the heading. Should be safe to deploy flaps as well, at least one notch. There you go. Guys, see the airport? That might be challenging. Let me get a bit of confirmation. I think that looks good. Alright. Landing gear going down. Yeah. There it is, the gear down indication, the green light. And we have lights on. Stern base here. I hope this is right. Well, we did fly over it. So there is hope. Let's not descend too fast. I see. Going full flaps. Should be on our left. We'll see it as we get closer. But let's continue descending here. I think we're a bit too low. Should be in front of us now. I don't see it, to be honest. That might be challenging if you don't see the runway. Anyway, let's continue on. I guess past these buildings. I think so. There it is, there it is. Yes, it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit camouflaged. No puppy lights, no approach lights, no runway markings. It's a very small runway, like only 2,000 feet, but should be able to manage. Slow it down here. Flaps full, gear down, lights on, everything is set. Actually forgot to move to the fuller tank. But that's okay, we'll make it work. Going to idle here. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Okay, flare. Just glide along. Come on. Come on. Oh. There you go. Oh. I can't butter it so much because we have very limited runway. So better to land a bit firm to make sure that you have enough runway in front of you. Drop off to complete. It's the way back taxi here. I think that's the gate, the ramp. Good. You can open this now. Fresh air. Nice. So hope you guys enjoyed that short sightseeing. So nice to be here in this area where I'm more familiar with things. There it is. Just park over here and call it an episode. Well, let's drop off the goods first. I'll just park it up here for now. Nice. Lights. Looking good. Turn off the avionics. Now we can turn off the engine. Didn't actually finish on its own. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Alright, so let's see. Skypark is saying... Okay, it detected that we're here, so let's deliver that. Awesome. Good. What's that? Completed contract. Good. Alright, perfect. So thanks guys for flying with me. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Let me know if you have any ideas for where to go to next. But these are the types of flights that I enjoy doing. So a bit of sightseeing in this series. Alright, so thanks for watching. Have a nice day and looking forward to your comments. Have a good one. Clumsy flying and bye-bye.